In example 4, we want to find an equation of an ellipse that has a center of 1, -1, a minor axis of length 2, and a vertex at 1, 9. When it says vertex, that indicates that's the endpoint of one of your major axes. So I would go ahead and jot that down in your notes real quick. Again, indicating that vertex means that it is an endpoint of the major axis. Then we can go ahead and plot this as we did in the past. So I plot my center is at 1, -1. So there's my center. And then I have a vertex at 1, 9. Which is here. And so that's, again, this is coming from my major axis. Oops, that's an A. So if I'm looking for my information, the first thing that I can notice is that I have my center at 1, -1. That gives me my h and my k value right away. So I know right away that h is equal to 1 and k is equal to -1. I can also take a look that I know my minor axis is a length of 2. The formula for the minor axis is 2 times b. So I know that 2 times b is equal to my length of 2. So again, this is the formula for the minor axis, and the minor axis is a length of 2, so I'm setting them equal to each other, which gives me the fact that b is equal to 1. To find my a value, which is the last thing that I need, I should know that my a value is the distance from C, my center, to one of the endpoints of the major axis, also known as the vertex. So I need the distance between my center and this point right here. You can do it by counting if you went ahead and you plotted these out, or you could go ahead and just subtract, taking the vertex, which is 9, minus that -1. So either way, you should end up with your a value equaling 10. So once again, to get that 10, we could count from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Or you could subtract those y values, 9 minus -1, to get that 10. Whichever way that you did it, you should jot that down in your notes. Did you count from here? Maybe write that down. Or did you subtract? Now I have all the stuff that I need in order to write my equation. I have my h, I have my k, I have my a, and I have my b. Before I can write that equation, I need to know which one I have. So let's go back to the top and see. So remembering that our major axis this time is vertical. If we look at our equations on the top, the one on the right here gives me a major axis that is vertical, which indicates to me this time my a value, my bigger one, my major axis, is going to be underneath my y. So I'm looking to put that a value underneath the y's. So coming back to our problem, I get my final answer of x minus my h value, which is 1, squared, plus my y minus -1, makes that a +1, squared. And we said it was vertical, so that underneath my y goes my bigger value, which is a squared. 10 squared is 100. And then underneath my x's will be my b squared. 1 squared is just 1, and this is set equal to 1. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, you can get started on the homework.